This recording will cover the introduction to circulatory system, pulmonary circulation, and coronary circulation. Introduction. The organs of the circulatory system include the heart, arteries, veins, and capillaries. This constitutes the first subdivision of the circulatory system, and the lymphatic system, which constitutes the second subdivision of the circulatory system, which we'll get to later on. Blood leaves the heart through our arteries and returns to the heart by veins. There are two main circulatory routes: pulmonary circulation, which carries deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. Systemic circulation carries oxygenated blood from the heart and delivers it throughout the body. Keep these basic facts in mind and you shouldn't really have a problem. Blood must always leave a ventricle, whether it's the right ventricle or the left ventricle of the heart, by an artery, either by the pulmonary trunk or the aorta, and it doesn't matter what type of blood they carry. Blood must always return to the atrium, the right atrium or the left atrium of the heart by way of a vein, by the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, coronary sinus, or the pulmonary veins. And again, it does not matter what type of blood they carry. So no matter what type of circulation we're talking about, we must always start in the ventricles, and circulation will always terminate in one of the atria. Pulmonary circulation. You probably have surmised that the primary job of pulmonary circulation is to reoxygenate the blood. The right side of the heart carries only deoxygenated blood, and the left side of the heart carries only oxygenated blood. Blood leaves the right ventricle heart by the pulmonary trunk. The pulmonary trunk bifurcates or divides into the right and left pulmonary arteries. The right pulmonary artery brings deoxygenated blood to the right lung, and the left pulmonary artery brings deoxygenated blood to the left lung. Once in the lung, these arteries keep branching and branching until they get to the arterioles. The arterioles will connect the capillaries, which are wrapped around the air sacs or alveoli sacs of the lungs, and exchange deoxygenated blood for oxygenated blood. This exchange takes place in the capillaries. This blood, which is now oxygenated, will return to the left atria by way of 4 pulmonary veins. The aorta will deal with systemic circulation. The aorta is the largest artery in the body. It arises or comes out of the left ventricle, and it has 4 major divisions, classified according to its position: ascending, arch, thoracic aorta. The thoracic aorta is located above the diaphragm in the thoracic cavity. The abdominal aorta is located below the diaphragm in the abdominal cavity. The aorta is going to deal with systemic circulation. The ascending aorta. The ascending aorta is only about 2 to 2.5 inches long. It starts at the 3rd left intercostal space, swings anteriorly and to the right, and it will become the aortic arch at the 2nd right costal cartilage. The ascending aorta deals with coronary circulation and will start in the left ventricle of the heart and terminate in the right atrium of the heart. The ascending aorta has 2 branches: the right coronary artery, which supplies the posterior aspect of the heart, and the left coronary artery, which supplies the anterior aspect of the heart. If you have trouble remembering which supplies the anterior or posterior aspect of the heart, just remember this saying: I'll be right back. Right supplies the back or posterior portion of the heart. So we're going to take it starting in the left ventricle and ending in the right atrium. Blood leaves the left ventricle, and remember we have oxygenated blood. It goes to the ascending aorta. Blood will either go into the right coronary artery or the left coronary artery. The right coronary artery will deliver the oxygenated blood to the posterior aspect of the heart. The left coronary artery will deliver blood to the anterior aspect of the heart. Remember, arteries will keep subdividing until they get to the arterioles and then to the capillaries. The capillaries now will exchange that oxygenated blood for deoxygenated blood. We are on our way back to the heart via the cardiac vein. Cardiac vein will empty the blood into the coronary sinus, into the right atrium of the heart.